Hey everybody, this is Al Johnson from the Al Johnson Show, and kind of a different format we're going with these types of videos. Not like these videos, but like the typical videos. I'll explain in a second. So yeah, as you guys know, we are now in the year of 2024, and that means new movie releases. And normally, I would go over what are the 10 movies I'm looking forward to seeing this year. Normally I would do that. However, wanted to do something different. And also, you know, wanted to, I guess you could say, spice it up a bit. Now, the subject of this video is inspired by YouTube channel Beyond the Trailer, hosted by Grace Randolph. She did one about this studio, so now I'm going to do one also about this studio. And this one is about the movies I'm looking forward to seeing this year, released by Warner Brothers. Now, today is that. Tomorrow, there's one for Disney. And then Thursday, there'll be one about the other studios. You know, Universal, Blumhouse, Paramount, A24, any others, you name them. But today, we're going to talk about Warner Brothers. And this is a big year for Warner Brothers. Because honestly, Warner Brothers growing up have they've released some of my favorite movies of all time. And honestly, Warner Brothers movies, they basically have the type of movies that I would love to make one day, whether as an actor or director. And honestly, say what you will about Warner Brothers and how they handle the movies or how they handle their business, you can't deny that that's a legendary studio that has made a lot of great things. Now, will the movies coming out this year, will there be among those best of the best of the best of the best? We'll see. Now, amongst what I'm going to tell you guys, there are only 3 movies that I see released from Warner Brothers. I'm like, yeah, I'm excited about these. Like no question, I'm excited about these. But I want to talk about some other movies made by Warner Brothers that I want to give some shine to. Like first up, I want to give shine to Godzilla and Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Now, if you've seen Godzilla vs. Kong, or if you've seen the Monarch TV show from Apple Plus, then there's already or if you're one of those serious Godzilla fans and you've seen Godzilla -1, then you're most likely looking forward to this movie. Primarily because it's like, okay, how much more crazy we're going to get with this MonsterVerse. There's that. And also, by the way, I'm talking about movies that are only released by Warner Brothers. I know like they got movies that they're handling internationally, but I'm talking about movies made by them, like straight up. Like first look you see, oh, Warner Brothers, you know, all that stuff. So that's what I'm focused on. So first up is that Godzilla X Kong. Next up is a movie, actually, or 2 movies that are undated as of right now. One is a remake of Stephen King's Salem's Lot. If y'all know Salem's Lot, you know Salem's Lot. Then secondly, somebody got in trouble. Secondly is the new movie made by Bong Joon-ho, director of Parasite. And this one is called Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson. That I think I read somewhere has to deal with cloning. I could be wrong about that.
My Cash App card.
And you have it. And then also, there's also Kevin Costner's new Western movies, or 2 Western chapters, if you will. Horizon and American Saga chapters 1 and 2, which will be coming out a month apart. Like part 1 is June, part 2 is, I believe, August. I think. I could be, don't quote me on that. Kind of a weird release strategy. I honestly thought that maybe they should have delayed part 2 to next year, so that way there'd be like anticipation for that. But that's neither here nor there. And then we have 2 brand new M. Night Shyamalan movies. Yes, 2 new M. Night Shyamalan movies. Hope you guys ready for them twists, even if they don't make sense. One is Trap, the other is The Watchers. No, not The Watchers, like from Marvel. I'm talking about something that's more along the lines of, I guess, stalking or voyeurism, those type of things. The only things I know for sure about these M. Night Shyamalan movies is because it's M. Night Shyamalan, you have people be either divisive on them, and 2, you can expect plot twists that will happen that will either make people go, ooh, or what? But yeah, those movies are like notable ones that I want to highlight. But there are 3 movies I want to highlight the most that I am dead looking forward to. The 3 movies I want to talk about. Oh, I almost forgot about this one. Silly me. I almost forgot about Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Now, this one is a potential wild card for 2024 because we are 9 years removed from Mad Max Fury Road. It's a prequel, and it stars somebody in Furiosa that isn't Charlize Theron. Now, the big question is, will there be audience turnout for this Mad Max prequel? Yes? No? Who knows at this point? But yeah, what are the 3 movies I'm excited about the most? Number 3 is Dune Part 2. Granted, I haven't seen Part 1, and I've only seen like bits and pieces of the one from the 80s that my sister loves to death. According to my sister, that movie is awesome, and you can't say otherwise. But I'm excited for Dune 2. It looks real good, like real good. Now, if this movie is successful, we'll probably get more of these. Preferably a part 3 called Messiah. So that is something to look forward to. Number 2 and number 1 are like ones that are near and dear to my heart. Number 2 is Beetlejuice 2. Folks, how long has it been since we have heard anything about Beetlejuice 2 and the fact that it's actually happening? Like, guys, I've heard about Beetlejuice 2 all my life. And it's like, hey, if it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, whatever. And I always hear, oh, it's happening. And it's like, nah. But then it's always like, well, what if it's not good? What if it's not good? And the fact that there's like pictures of sets, and you have Jenna Ortega playing Lydia Dietz's daughter, which, I mean, Jenna Ortega, Tim Burton, of course, it's obvious. And the fact that you got Michael Keaton back as Beetlejuice, you got Winona Ryder back as Lydia. And listen, the movie could go in any direction. That we know for sure, because remember, y'all, this one's coming out like 30-something years after the first one. So who knows what will happen. But I'm looking forward to it because it's like, I never thought it would actually happen, that Beetlejuice 2 is actually here. But my number 1 is quite obvious. Joker 2. Listen, 5 years ago, we were transformed by the Joker movie and Joaquin Phoenix's performance. Now, yes, the movie is acquired taste. You either like it or you don't. I loved Joker 1 and Joaquin Phoenix's performance. He is up there with Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, I would say Troy Baker, Cameron Monaghan. He is up there with, as far as like best Jokers. Also, y'all remember the Joker stairs? Yeah, you remember the Joker stairs. But also, Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. I should end the video right there. But also, remember, y'all, I'm looking forward to this because it could be something big, just like the first movie. Maybe not, but also just the fact that before it's like, oh no, We're not doing any sequels. It was just a one and done. That's it. We're moving on. $1 billion and 2 Oscars later, then it's like, there could be something to mine for like a new story to continue with Arthur Fleck in them. So, now, could this movie be bad? Yeah, but then again, I was scared Joker 1 would be bad, and it's one of my all-time favorite comic book movies. So yeah, folks, those are my 3 movies from Warner Brothers this year that I'm most excited about. Dune 2, Beetlejuice 2, and Joker 2. Obviously, Joker 2 is my most anticipated of the group. But folks, that's it for now. For now? What am I saying? But folks, that's it for now of the Al Johnson Show. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what movies from Warner Brothers that I talked about, that I didn't mention, that you're most looking forward to. Let me know down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and click the notification bell whenever new videos are released. And as always, folks, remember, I've been Al Johnson, and you're not. Good night, y'all.